So I'm just going to run you through the content console. So this is how it would come without some of these menus at the bottom. So this is a AI native custom app. Anything you see here can be 100% customized. So this is how it would come. And we would first of all complete all the personas for you. So you can obviously change the personas. So you've got pain points, objections, motivations, goals, etc. Or you can actually do them yourself. So top right, add a persona, and then obviously fill that out. So that's your persona. Next one that we would usually fill out for you is your brand voice. So again, you can complete this or you can do it yourself. So you can change everything you want to do. Next thing we complete for you tends to be the products and services that you're offering. So here, local SEO services as an example. Here you can see all the different options available to you. You can add a new product if you feel that we haven't put it in precisely enough, or the prices are wrong or whatever. Obviously you just adjust it. Last and final part of this is in the adaptive strategy. So we'll put this section in here. So when the documents go out, basically at 9 o'clock on the 1st of every month, it will analyze the data that's gone out, and then it will adjust this blueprint strategy for you. So yeah, that's the purpose of it. And obviously you can then start to see performance over time. It'll give you recommendations, logs, and you can actually have a talk with the AI chief marketing strategists on what you should do next. So this is all about content. So what I recommend people do, first of all, is if you go down to internal URLs, this is where you'd put all your internal URLs. So every page on your site has a URL, and you put those all in there. And what's it going to do, as it writes the content, it will actually build in your internal linking strategy for you. Next one up, we've got this content analyzer. So this again is where you upload maybe your sales documents or emails or articles that you've written that you like, because what this is going to actually do is it's going to take all this into consideration and then produce the content for you with your internal links. So interestingly, this is 100% customization. So most apps use what's called RLS. So RLS is where you have one app but you have multiple tenants. So what we decided was what we don't want is data leakage. So each tenant has an ID, a company ID, and that reflects your content on the app. So what we decided to do was we said, okay, one app is one company. So there's two reasons for that. One, we stop data leakage altogether. There's no way anyone else's content is getting mixed with yours. Second thing is we can completely customize the app. If we were using RLS and we changed some of the menu, everyone who had tenanted would then see all those menus. So this means 100% customization. So we've just had a customer using this for a couple of weeks, and they came back to us and said, I'm putting all this stuff into here, but I can't actually see what it is that I've put in. And can I then edit it or maybe delete it if it's not relevant anymore? So what I'm going to do is, again, fully customized. I'm just going to put a box under here, which basically means it's listing everything that you've actually uploaded, that it's taken into account when it's writing the content. So next one is, if we go to the question generator, we put in, here's an example, I put in digital marketing strategy in here, and you get a list of how many questions you want. You can generate the questions, and then clearly you can see 30 questions are generated, and it's showing you the intent of the customer as well. So what we're going to do is just select one of them, but we could select them all if we wanted a blog for each as an example. We would click on create blog, and this would take you on the left hand side to the blog composer. So there's three things you can do with the blog composer. You can see we're in the questions section at the moment, but we've also got a SERP analyst. So what you can do is put digital marketing strategy. It will go to the search engine results page, analyze the top 10 URLs, and extract the top 20 keywords out of them. And then it writes the content to that. So you would then choose the persona that you want to send it to, choose the brand voice, and obviously how many words you wanted it within that. The other way you can do this is if you go to products, you can see here, as we've added the products, you can see if you wanted to write content specifically about a certain product and then link it to a certain person or persona, if you like, with a brand voice. And again, 800 words, just to keep it short, generate blogs. If we go back to our question, you can see, where can I buy digital marketing tools for my business? So that's a popular question that people are asking. And we're just going to keep that the same, but we'll put the words to lower so that it finishes quicker, obviously, for the demonstration. So we're just going to leave that to run. It won't take very long. On the left-hand side, while we're waiting for that, underneath is the content library. So this is where all of our content then drops into this content library. So everything from each one of these three individual ways to actually get the content will drop into the content library. So you can see that this is now finished. So we've got 697 words, and we're going to view the article. So here is the article that it's written for us. And clearly, we all know that we don't copy and paste directly from a draft one copy when AI is writing the content. We get a human to have a look at it, confirm that it sounds right, and that it's factually correct, if you like. So if we see an error and we wanted to change it, we just click the edit button. So you can edit anything you want in here, along with your meta descriptions, titles. So this is where you can actually say, okay, I've published it. So this actually interlinks with a whole ecosystem, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So one of the selections at the top here, you can see download it, you can copy it. So how we're using at the moment is you copy the article into LinkedIn in the articles. Yeah. And then you basically, later on, I'll show you the variants. And so what you do is get the posts, yeah, and then link directly into the articles. And because you're staying within the LinkedIn framework, it tends to work better anyway. So next thing we do is obviously if we had an AI website. So there's three big changes happening in the world at the moment. Digital marketing, almost certainly I'll be out of a job in probably 3 to 5 years. I need to change my strategy. You've got websites are now going AI. So I suspect there's a lot of people who will be out of work if they don't adopt the AI methodology, making those websites. It's things like you can do like 4,000 products optimized in 30 minutes, which is like the equivalent to like 335 hours. You can put in 6 languages in 15 minutes. You can optimize the whole site in like 10 minutes. So basically, everyone who's an SEO person or that type of thing, you know, they're going to find themselves pretty much, dare I say, not having a job, and that includes me. So what we can then do is at the top here, there'll be a button saying submit directly to the website. So obviously you would click that. So from here, we can either generate the variant straight away. In this case, I'm going to go back to the library. And so here you'll see our draft. So you can go in at any time, you can bin it or you can adjust it however you want. Go back to the content library. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down to social variants and we're going to pick out our blog. So here's the blog that we've just done. Then we would generate. So you can see I've done that as a test a couple of times. So when you generate, it will actually bring up a LinkedIn post with your hashtags, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Interestingly, it will also show you what the what the video should be, short-term videos, that type of thing. You can email it, etc. The other thing you can do with this is if you've ever got some of the big scheduling tools, you can actually schedule a post directly from here. So you can click schedule, which would take you onto this scheduler. So if we click it, you can see here we can schedule whatever post we want. So we could say LinkedIn, date and time we want to send it out, add a featured image using the AI, or you can just go into a date and just click in it. Now, in order for the scheduler to work, I can't do this bit for you. So what you need to do is you need to go onto the social accounts, and then you can see they're separated. So you've got a personal LinkedIn, business LinkedIn. If you click here, what we're looking for, we're looking to go to this link here where it says LinkedIn developers. Yeah, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to get this app client ID and the client secret, and that will allow you then to post on your social media. It has got an email automation section, but what it isn't is like newsletters, sending out hundreds of newsletters or emails all the time. It's basic, very basic stuff. If you want this, then use probably ActiveCampaign. I know a lot of people like MailChimp, not particularly for me. And obviously you've got things like HubSpot, which are slightly higher end. Next thing is we've got all of our post performance, and we've got our analytics, which is all great. And then what we've got is this section here. So you might find this looks slightly different because, again, this is fully customized to the customer. So here what we've got is the keyword strategy tool you'll definitely have. So here you can do keyword research. So if we put in the word dog, what should happen, provided it's working, is that all the keywords with dog from UK search come up, and then you can see 775 keywords have come up. What we can do is we can export that positive list. But the best thing to do, especially if you're doing AdWords, is you want a positive negative, so you can offset one against the other. Therefore, the click-through rate is going to be higher. If you click on the keyword like that you don't want, so test, for example, it will search the left column, push everything into the right column. So here we don't do dog food, we don't do dog training, and so on and so on. So you can see we've got 79 negatives against 696. Got a bit of dyslexia, sorry. And then you would export both lists like so into a Word document. Sorry, not a Word document, an Excel document. And so that would give you your lists for your paid advertising. Then you go back, and then here you'd send this to search volumes. So you click on that, and basically what we're looking for is how many people are clicking on it every month, searching for it, the average cost per click, and then what we do is just click on search here, and now give it a couple of seconds. It should actually give us a spreadsheet that we can again export. So we're just going to export that straight up into here, and so this will then give us our content and identify low-hanging fruit on the paid advertising. So if we are looking for keywords under 30p, then obviously as we go down the list, we're looking for 40, here 20. As the number gets lower, you tend to find more opportunities. So here's one, for example, at what's that, dog cone collar. 1600 searches, 25p, low competition, and this is the last 12 months of search data. So that's the keyword section. So that's the first bit. Second bit of the strategy is going to be your SEO sheets. So if you're using an AI website, then obviously an AI website, you would command it, if you like, prompt it to actually put the SEO, GEO in, and optimize using this blah 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 blah, like best practice, etc. I've got a big prompt here that I use somewhere. Where is it? So I've got a massive big prompt here. So I think there's 7 prompts, 9. Here we go, 9 prompts I use to validate and do the SEO. So once we've done that, if we're using a standard like WordPress or whatever it is, what we can do is we can put in our URLs and it will give you suggestions. And the suggestions will come out something like, let me just find examples. It'll look something like this. So you'll have a suggested keyword, number of searches, the titles, meta descriptions, H1, H2, etc. that you can then use as you wish. So that's that bit done. The next bit is going to be your indexing. So here, all you do is put in your URL, and we've got our own indexing system, our own app. It's a bit more complicated to set up. So if you put your URL in here, don't worry too much about your sitemap if you can't find it, and we will index that for you as part of the content tool. And lastly, if you're following the Logic digital marketing methodology, so our journey has been as outsourcers for digital agencies. We've then gone into the actual, we used to offer a service which is 3 to 4 months where we do all the setup for agencies. So you go to an agency, they send it to us, we do the work, we send it back, you don't know about us. And so from there, you can actually follow the course. So the course from 6 years ago, actually what we've done is made it into a digital version throughout this app. So you can actually go on here and actually follow the course, which basically consists of keyword research, the paid advertising, the
Good day and welcome on
the content, and then the indexing. So there's 5 things there. And so this app is part of a wider system, if you like. So a lot of people today, they build apps. So they make the mistake, first of all, in my view, of using the RLS. Second thing is by not using the RLS, obviously you can customize 100%. But all these apps that people are buying and using and building at the moment, the problem is they are siloed. So this app just does content, that's it. So what's the point of that? So basically, I'm just going to quickly show you how this fits in to the ecosystem that we've made. So you can see here in the middle, you've got the core apps, which are an industry CRM. We've got project management tool, contents console, which I've just shown you, the website app, and paid ads management app. So there's all sorts of different things that people want. So if you can think of something, then the chances are we can do that. So, you know, we've got affiliate marketing shops, we've got AI travel agencies, we've got estate agents, we've got car websites, and all these apps then lead into this here. And this is like, imagine it as a brain. All the data goes into the brain. It's analyzed by the AI, and that's why it's called decision and governance. Yeah, so it's called a control panel. Ours is called AI Steward. We have a website for that if you wanted to look at it. And basically, it makes the decisions for you. And so it'll help you grow your business, but it's not going to take over your business because it needs a human to actually say, yes, do that suggestion. So it will make lots of suggestions for you, and you need to decide whether that's a good thing or not. But you can also question the AI if you're unsure. So my view of digital marketing going ahead is going to be that basically you've got all your data coming into one system like AI Stewards or your Salesforce, ActiveCampaign, QuickBooks, everything is going to go in. It's then going to be analyzed by the AI, and you're going to end up with a task list. Small tasks are going to be done by AI agents. The rest of it is going to be up to one, what I call a marketing controller. And one marketing controller will control the whole of the system. And so obviously you need a data warehouse if you're holding a lot of data, and that's Snowflake. So that's where the warehouse is, and then you're storing it on AWS. So this here to me is the new systems that we're going to start seeing more and more over the next 3 to 5 years. I think older systems, Go High Level, HubSpot, Salesforce, the issue you've got with them is the AI agents are actually laying on top because they're legacy systems. They're not AI native. We're talking about 100%. Imagine this in a bubble, yeah, with everything that you own for that business within it, and no shared apps. So there's no data leakage. Yeah, imagine a CEO going into a board meeting in the morning, 7:45 for an 8 o'clock meeting, pressing the button, finding all the good, all the bad, and then the AI has come up with, out of the bad, these are all the different options you've got in order to solve the problem. Going to the board meeting, you actually end up fixing or deciding on what that problem is and which way you're going to go with it. CEO comes out, presses a button, AI steward will actually implement the strategy for you, just like that. And so that is where I believe we're going with digital marketing. CRMs don't integrate AI correctly, and these guys are going to have to make AI systems. It's going to cost them a lot of money, and they're going to have to transfer all their customers over. That's going to cost them a lot of money as well. And then you've got the website apps where, you can build a website now you can build it in a couple of hours, but if you want it decent, then you're probably looking at 2 days as an average. But that's nowhere near a WordPress at maybe 12, 16 weeks if you're lucky. So there you go. That's the content app. Thank you.